Hey, John here. Here's lick of the day number 75. This is a slippery sweep picking lick in A major. As usual, you can find a link to the tabs in the description below or by clicking right here on the screen. I'm gonna play it once slowly and then break it down. We start here on the 9th fret of the high E string. Alright, so this is based on the A major scale, so nothing fancy there. We're starting here on the 4 chord, D major, and D major 7 in this case. And we actually start on the major 3rd, which is good. So it sets up the tonality right away. And then we get some tension by moving up to the 4th of the key of A, that is. So basically we start with a downstroke on the 9th fret with the pinky, slide up to the 10th fret, and then slide back down again. Hence the sort of slippery nature of this one. So slide up, slide down, pull off to 5, then you go down 7, 6, 7, 9, 5. So that's the first part. And the way that I pick this, down, slide, slide, pull off, up, 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 down. And we slide again up to where we came from. But now we're gonna play F sharp minor 7 arpeggio, which is the 6th chord in the key of A. So just go up like this. 9, 12, 11, 9, 10, 9, and then 12. The way that I pick this is we're coming from this note, so my downstroke, up, down, slide while I still have the pick resting here. Also while doing the hammer on, and then from here I start picking, so down, 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 up. And this upstroke, kind of want to get twist the wrist a bit here, so you can get back down to the A here in time. So in tab it looks crazy actually, because it looks like it's too big of a skip, but it's actually not that bad when you get into it. So anyway, after that we have another major 7 arpeggio, but now it's the 1 chord, so we sort of resolve the whole thing here by going up, same shape that we had here, and we just go up to the root. So, and the way that I pick that is down, I'm coming from here, down, hammer, and again I make sure to get this as a rest stroke as well. So hammer, so 12, 16, 14, 13, 14, 12, 16, and then finally down on 17, which is the root. Then I just slide it down. So if we put it all together. Right, practice-wise, I would take any of these shapes. So let's say we take this shape, probably the easier one, not as stretchy, and work on that skip from going from the high E string to the A string without losing too much of the sort of forward momentum. So and obviously don't do it at that speed, because if you can do that you can just play the lick right away. But you know by now that I'm a big fan of moving things around the fretboard, because it's a very different feel down here compared to up here. So I would start down here and maybe do 2 to 4 reps very slowly. Whoops. And so on. And then do the same thing, but go between these two. and all those kind of variations. And obviously if you have trouble here, you work on that. So it's nothing spectacularly different here. I would do it with a metronome and really focusing on getting the timing correct. Because what makes sweeps sound good is not necessarily that they're fast, it's that they're in time and that you hear every note. Because there's no point in playing something when you hear the lowest note and the highest note and the rest is just a blur. It's quite easy to fool yourself doing that, but using something like Guitar Pro is a good tool actually, because if you program something and you put it at whatever speed you want to put it at, if you can hear all the notes when you play that with Guitar Pro, but when you try it yourself, and then it's not because you're so blindingly fast you can't hear the notes. That's just because your technique is not, up to par yet at that tempo. And I think that's a very important thing. And actually, if you take something, you program something in Guitar Pro and you keep raising the tempo, you have to go very high tempo-wise before it starts becoming a blur. So generally, if you hear someone and they're like playing so fast you can't even hear the notes, that's probably not because they're playing so fast, it's because they're playing faster than they can actually play accurately. So that's a thing to keep in mind when you practice. So it's always a good idea to sort of get like a perfect, almost unreachable version, which would be the Guitar Pro. And you don't need to be clinical about this stuff, but if you aspire to that stuff when you practice, we're flawed enough as human beings that when we try it at speed, it's not going to be perfect, and we're going to get this humanization automatically, because that's what we do, and that's not a bad thing at all. But if we don't strive for that perfection, it's going to be not a great sound overall. So keep that in mind. Right, that's it for this one. If you have any questions, just post them below, and please like and subscribe and all that stuff. And hope to enjoy this one, and see you in the next one.